Just like these other students have done tonight, I'm going to share with you a little bit about my story. I've been around a field my entire life. It's always been who I am. My dad is a high school baseball and football coach. My mom's an elementary school PE teacher. So before I even had a chance to pick athletics for myself, it seemed like it was already instilled in me. But my ultimate competitor is my brother, who's 3 years younger than me. Growing up, no matter what we did, everything was a competition. From wiffle ball in the front yard, to how many ground balls we could field without missing, to now, even in Fortnite, when he gets more kills in games than I do. It really bothers me still, but it's okay. But our entire lives, there's been 2 seasons in our life, football season and baseball season. Throughout baseball season, we've traveled the country, and I'm very honored and blessed that my parents were able to take us. But with that, there weren't many Sundays that we attended church. But my parents made sure to let us know that we glorified God on the field, that we played as hard as we could for Him. But our identities were still in the sports that we played. My sophomore year in high school, in the very first weekend of the season, I was turning a double play, and when I planned it, I got taken out by a hard slide and dislocated my knee. In that moment, I didn't know who I was. I felt like everything that I'd ever worked for was taken away from me. I was like, who am I? Everything I've ever worked for, everything I've ever wanted to be, in that moment was gone. But that's when I realized that my identity cannot be in sports, that it has to be in something greater. Because in the blink of an eye, it can be taken from you. Everything you've ever wanted to be. Eventually, we will all be too old to play sports and we'll just be spectators. And in that moment, who will we be? And that's when I gave my life to Christ. When I started to commit everything I did to Christ. You see, sports are what we do, not who we are. 2 verses I want to share with you tonight. The first is Matthew 6:33. But seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be provided for you. You see, when we put God first, everything else falls into place. My parents told me from a young age that we have to have our priorities straight. Starting with faith, then your family, then academics, sports, and then whatever else you have time for after that. And when you start getting your priorities mixed up, you start taking that turn down the downhill of the roller coaster. Things get out of whack. But when you keep your priorities straight, you give yourself the best chance for success. The next verse that I want to share with you is Psalm 62:1. That says, I am at rest in God alone. My salvation comes from Him. You see, everything on earth is temporary. The score on Friday nights, how cute your boyfriend or girlfriend is, the kind of car you drive, how many trophies and accomplishments you get throughout your lifetime. Eventually, everything will fade and be forgotten. But your relationship with God, that's forever, as He is eternal. The opening line of the Competitor's Creed says, I'm a Christian first and last. It doesn't say I'm a baseball, football, basketball, volleyball, soccer player first and last. That I'm a Christian first and last. Because sports are what we do, not who we are. So I want to challenge you that every day you wake up, you choose to put God first. You choose to glorify Him in everything that you do. And I want to close by simply asking each one of you, where is your identity? Put your faith in Jesus tonight and remember that sports are what we do, not who we are.